Ah! What the? Yo. Yeah, man. I was scrolling. I just saw it pop up on my a notification. Apparently 2 Jewish men were killed, stabbed to death, I think by 2 knife men, or 2 knife men killed a Jewish. Yeah, 2 Jewish people stabbed by Islamic terrorists in Golders Green, London today. Yeah, man, this is crazy. I swear this is the full vid of one of them being arrested. I don't know. Let me see. I literally haven't had a chance to see this properly. So let's just run this. My man on the left. Listen, I don't mean to laugh. Yeah, I'm not even trying to laugh. Trying to make this a comedy or anything, but this is why, boy, them, I swear down, we need better trained police officers, not these midgets that we've got right now. We need proper trained police officers, and they need guns. Like, they need guns. You can't be sending 3-4 police officers running away from a guy with shanks. Like, they should be properly armed and send this guy to Valhalla. Literally, send him to Valhalla. Right now, the bread will be drinking ale out of curved horns right now. If the job was done properly, not running away. This is madness. From a guy with 2 knives. Yo. This is The Walking Dead. I swear they tased them like 2-3 times. Donnie just kept coming. This is insane. Wow. Oh, so they're trying to make him drop the knife. That's why they're booting him in the head. That's what I was wondering. What? Like, you've tased the brother. Why are you booting him in the head still? Now I understand the context of the booting, of the said booting in the head. Jesus, that's enough, man. That ain't gonna make him drop it. And who's the guy with the safari shorts? Like, I don't understand. So 1, 2, 3 coppers. So 3 coppers and a hero, a civilian, was needed to take this guy down. This guy's very lucky, you know. I'm not even joking. If this was in the Philippines, they would have blown him away. I'm not even joking. Like, they would have blown him away and sent him to hell. This is insane. And I don't know. I know that they're just targeting 2. Apparently, these guys were 2 Orthodox Jews. I don't know, man. This is a Christian country. An eye for an eye doesn't exist here, man. And Jesus even said it. An eye for an eye, that don't exist no more. I swear. This is insane. Like, literally even says it. Matthew, here we go. Matthew 5, 38, 48. Basically, he's saying, I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. But I will skip on to verse 44. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. This eye for an eye shit is just not, it's just not right, man. Like, we're literally just murdering people in broad daylight because of what other people are doing that belong to the same sect. This ain't gonna work, man. You'll lose. You will lose, and nothing will change. Seriously. if this is what, I presume this is because this has something to do with what the Israel are doing around the world. You know, why these people have just murdered 2 innocent people. Yeah, I'm with this internet. Yeah, I need to find something else. Hold on a second. That is crazy. Like, the guy is literally just, and the way they tased him twice. Like, all right, what's this? What's this here? Hold on. Okay. Apparently, this is him trying to move to some other Orthodox Jews earlier. Look at my man just creeping. Wow. Wow. This is madness. Thank God he's slow. Yo, thank God my man is slow, you know. Literally, thank God my man is slow, because, listen, if my man was like an athlete, that guy would be gone. And possibly the guy, the original guy he was following, he'd be gone too. This is insane. Broad daylight, children walking by. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge. Maybe these are just mental. I'm telling you, there's some mental people just rolling around, just looking for an excuse just to do damage to someone. You know, crazy. Yeah. So that's someone's camera catching this guy. Trying to move man up in the beginning. Let's see what else we got here. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, that's matey, Winnie. So it's one guy. Okay, so it's one guy attacking. What is going on my internet? For God's sake. It's one guy attacking 2 Jewish people, apparently. Oh, it's just this then. That's a bad connection. A man believed to be 21 years old was running wild with a knife, apparently targeting Jews. My man didn't look 20 years old. My man looked my age. Oh, that's the one they arrested. So if they're saying that's the one they arrested, then it must have been more than one person, right? Hold on a second. This guy's telling what happened. Hold on. Oh, so, okay, I'm not sure. I think it's just one person, but they're saying there was 2 people that initially tackled him. This is crazy. Oh, this is the vid. Thank God they blurred it out. This is madness. This is madness. Yeah, whoa. God help us all, man. Just in broad daylight, bus stop, people walking by. This is insane. Oh my gosh. 263, I used to take the 263 bus. I swear, was that from Waterloo? I can't remember. I remember now. I'm not sure that's the bus, but anyway, doesn't matter. That's crazy. Must be. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Let me see this. Need to find a proper vid. Wow. Straight to the neck, face, and the way he does it. You see, this is the type of shit that scares me, man. This is what scares me. You'll just be minding your own business in London. This is why I don't want my peoples going down there. I don't want my missus going down there. I know this can happen, especially nowadays in any city in Europe, man. The amount of crazy nutters that are in here that we don't know, this could happen, man. But imagine you're just sitting there minding your own business. Guy comes and does you, knife, face, broad daylight, no warning. It's bullshit, man. Oh, God. But credit to this brother here, you know, he's just straight on him. I think he's going to protect him. You know what? Kudos to this guy, you know, because most of the time nowadays in London, you know what the first thing people do when something violent happens, something's going on? Phones out, recording, put that on Instagram and X. So kudos to the guy. This is why I would never, like, it's just all these big city living, going on buses, going on trains, bro. My life as a youngster being a piece of shit, you know, listen, that's why I find it hard to judge people. No one was perfect, and I was far from perfect when I was younger. Has made me, my life when I was younger, the choices that I made, the things that I've seen have made me very, very, I'm paranoid. I would say I'm paranoid. And this is the reason why. I know the wickedness in man's heart. The evil that just lurks around. It doesn't matter what you think. I think, we don't know if this guy's a nutter or not, but it doesn't matter what cause you're fighting to do this broad daylight in front of women, children. Can't make this shit up, man. Real talk. This is insanity. Insanity. They got a release the.
The 45-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder.
Let's go.
Two men, one in his 70s and one in their 30s, were treated at the scene for stab wounds, and they're now taken to hospital. The 45-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and remains in custody following...
Well, thank God it was attempted murder. I was thinking these guys were killed. My man got done in the neck and face, I presume. He is incredibly lucky, man. But thank God it didn't result in any deaths.
Check up at the local hospital. He has a history of serious violence and mental health issues, and that investigation continues.
You see, I knew it. I knew it. Mental health. It must be, for you to do that, just randomly do that to someone, broad day, popping on the street. He's a mental patient. Even the way the guy was chasing the guy down the road, where it was moving slow-mo, real slow. He's got that mental illness. God forgive me, I don't mean to judge, man. You know, there's people that have mental illnesses that has affected their lives, and, you know, they've been struggling. No one wants to be mentally ill. But the way my man's moving, he's got that mental illness walk, that mental illness run, that slow, coming at you like a zombie, the violent mental illness one I'm talking about. Thank God he was like that. Otherwise, you never know the amount of, if he was in shape, you don't know the amount of people he would have done.
Let me say a few words about what this was. Let me be clear. This is an attack on one community. An attack on one community is an attack on all London's communities. This was an attack on Londoners. It is an attack on British Jews. Too many Jewish people in this country feel they have to make choices that no other Briton ever has to make. They have to make choices about how they dress, where they go, or how visibly they live their lives.
Okay, what the guy did was absolutely wrong. It was abhorrent. But there are many people from all walks of life have to make decisions, have to worry about themselves when they leave their front door. Women have to be careful how they dress when they leave the house. Some people have to be careful. Men with, you know, a nice watch has to be careful how he leaves his house, because he might get that shit snatched. Like, come on, I really hate this. We could all just say this was a wicked thing he done. You could say it was wrong, but the moment we start, what's what's it called again? Is the word isolating, or saying basically we are saying that Jewish people somehow have to fear more than the average Londoner, the average Brit. And I just don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. 1 minute you're telling me women are being R-worded every day. People are being murdered every day. I don't hear Jews are being murdered every day. I'm not trying to belittle what is happening, but this is the sort of thing that I hate. And look, this is a copper saying this. This is the problem. It's infiltrated this woke, this ideology, this blowing things out of proportion is just spreading, man. It's like a disease. Like this copper is just, he could just say, listen, what happened was absolutely wicked. This is terrible, and we're going to make sure this guy is going to be rotting in prison. We're going to, if he's mentally ill, he's got problems, he's never going to, we're going to make sure he gets the help he needs, and he's going to have to, pay for his crimes. But it's like they're praying to, like they're pandering to someone. They have to say certain things in order for them to, they have to tick a checkbox. The Jews are being targeted. It's hard to be a Jew in the UK. It's just like, come on, man. It's a very dangerous place nowadays, man. And the Jews are not the only ones that are suffering. Everybody's got their head on a swivel.
That's completely unacceptable and has gone on for far too long. We also need to be honest about the nature of the threat. Anti-Semitism is fuelled by hateful and extremist ideologies. It comes from hostile states, the extreme right and the extreme left. These are terrorist and hateful belief systems, but they're all rooted in racism. They're given space to operate when civic debate is weak, when hatred is excused, and when people are unwilling to challenge it directly. I also believe now is the time to ask.
I need to reload that because I'm slow. Let me reload that.
People are unwilling to, when hatred is to operate, when civic debate is weak, when threats are far too long. We also need to be honest about the nature of the threat. Anti-Semitism is fuelled by hateful and extremist ideologies. It comes from hostile states, the extreme right and the extreme left. These are terrorist and hateful beliefs.
No, it comes from wicked people who want to do wrong, who want to do evil. It don't come from no far right, no far left. Those things don't exist, man. They don't exist. Literally, if you're telling me, literally, they're telling every day, they say there was growing far left, far right. So if there's so many far left, far right, who's left? Who's left? The majority of, apparently, there's a massive amount of far righters and far lefters in this country. So I want to know who's left in the center then, the normal person, who's left in the center. Mate, these are people that the people that are doing these sort of things here, are people with issues, man. Mental, what do you call it? Mental illnesses. They ain't got nothing to live for. They ain't got no one loves them. You can't have love in your life and do that sort of thing. Bareface on the road. All you have is hatred, man. There's no love. It's madness. This copper just sounds like an idiot.
Systems, but they're all rooted in racism. They're given space to operate when civic debate is weak, when hatred is excused, and when people are unwilling to challenge it.
One thing we know, that wherever you are, far out or far left or far right, you are not given space. You are not given space to operate. This guy's lying. He's saying they're given space to operate. No, mate. You can't say anything on social media that is, let's not even go there. It will be called hate speech, and you can end up in jail. So when he says it's been given space to operate, that's a lie.
Directly. I also believe now is the time to ask some difficult questions. Why don't we see more condemnation of the attacks we've seen in recent weeks? Where are all the voices against hate?
Oh, let's condemn them. Let's all join on our knees and condemn them. What's that going to do? What's that going to do? these guys sound like religious zealots, man. Like literally, they just sound like some religious nutters, man. Let's condemn them. Let's go on our knees and condemn them. What's condemnation gonna do? What you need to do is be tough on crime, mate. Knife crime, someone stabs someone, you need to send them away for a long, long time. You need to get people with mental illnesses. Did you not hear what he said? This guy has a history of mental illness and violence. Why didn't you pick him up before? Why didn't you do something to address that? Fucking jokers.
And where is the solidarity with fellow Londoners who are being targeted simply for who they are? Legitimate debate about international affairs should never be allowed to legitimise anti-Semitism or violence against British Jews here on the streets of London. When that line is blurred, attacks become more likely. Let me be clear, we've seen a rise in racist and anti-Semitic hate crime. And whilst I can't comment on live investigations, we know that some individuals are being encouraged, persuaded or paid.
Hold on, a rise in racist and anti-Semitic hate crime. Where is this? I don't see this, man. This is just the one, like, this has happened. I haven't been reading stuff about Jews being murdered left, right, and centre. In fact, London is a violent city, man. What about all the poor people that aren't Jewish or aren't black or ain't part of the minorities that are victims? I don't get it. I don't get why just because, and listen, I'm not trying to play it down. This is very bad what's happened, man. I literally would not want my daughter to walk around and then have to see this madness going on right in front of her face. That could scar you for life. Imagine a child seeing that. But this isn't exclusive to Jews, man. London is a violent city. People are getting stabbed, killed, R-worded every day, man. It's madness.
To commit acts of violence on behalf of foreign organisations and hostile states. If you act out of...
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still going to deep dive a little bit more on this, but my first reactions to this is, listen, man, whatever your religious persuasions are, political persuasions, you need to remember one thing, man. It's an eye for an eye. That doesn't exist in a Christian country. That don't exist, man. You understand? I was even researching it, and one thing really, I was looking through the Bible, and I saw this in Matthew 26:52. All who take the sword will perish by the sword. All of you guys talking. I know what's happening in the world nowadays is wicked. With some of this, what these countries are doing, what America are doing, what Israel are doing, everybody's up in their wickedness at the moment, and it's very, very sad, isn't it? But listen, as a Christian country, we need to remember that we take what used to be a Christian country, a country founded on Christian values, it says it plain as day in the New Testament what our Lord said, and it says all those who take the sword will perish by the sword. So running around doing this sort of wickedness is not helping. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think Christians are running around knifing Jews. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's synonymous with Muslims and we have to, the Muslims are just going around and knifing people, because listen, man, there are a whole heap, like I said, there are a whole heap of murders and madness going on in big cities all over the UK, all over Europe, and they ain't all Muslims doing it, mate. It's a mixed bag of nuts, a mixed bag of madness. It's insane. Anyway, please like and subscribe, share, comment below. I'll see you on the next one.